everybody, welcome to Beyond Blonde Beauty. So today I wanted to show everyone a fall makeup tutorial, and I am loving the Lorac Pro Palette, the first one. It's just got such great warm shades, great tones for the fall. And I'm also going to be using some colors from the Naked One palette. So let's get started. So the first thing that I like to use is obviously foundation, and the foundation that I've been loving is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Now this foundation is extremely full coverage, so for somebody like me who has a lot of redness in their skin, it's really good. But if you have really good skin and you don't need that much coverage, then I would suggest a foundation like this Tarte Amazonian Clay. It's a powder type, and all you need is just a very dense brush so you can pack the color on your skin. What I'm going to start off with is primer, and one of my really most loved primers is a Porefessional by Benefit. Now this primer is just great overall. It's not, you know, like silicone-y, and it's not like oily. So what I'll do is just put a little bit on my finger, and then I'm just going to take it in my nose, my cheeks, under the eye, and really pack it on, especially with this primer, because it's really supposed to seep into the pores and not have any kind of pore show. It's really supposed to help block the pores from sinking in. Your makeup will lay beautifully on your face. Okay, next I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush. This is the foundation brush, and I'm going to go in with my foundation. I just pour a little bit on my hand, and you really don't need that much of this foundation. Like I said, it's so opaque, it's so full coverage. And then I'm just going to blend that into my skin. I like to use like a buffing motion. Just swirl. Put a little bit on my eyelids. So now I'm going to go in with Anastasia Dip Brow. And any brow product will work. I just like that for my brows. Also, I have the e.l.f. Eyebrow. It's the gel and the powder, and that works great also. But this is just what I like, and this is in the shade Blonde. And I also have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Angled Brow Brush in number 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spoolie my brows. I know the lighting's really weird. It's been really bad storms, and so I don't really have that great of light today. But anyway, hope it's not that bad. So I'm going to go in, and all I'm going to do is just press and kind of make, just literally tapping it. Okay. Now, I'm just going to kind of draw a base line. And then just kind of fill them in. Draw a little tail. And I'll have a more in-depth brow tutorial, but just for right now, that's all you need to know. There we go. Okay, so now on to the fun part. I'm not going to use a eyelid primer since I did put on the foundation on my eyelids. But if I didn't use this foundation, then I would have definitely put on a different eyeshadow primer. And one that I really like using isn't really an eyeshadow primer, but it's the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. And I use NC 20, I think. Anyways, that one's really good because it doesn't crease. And oh my gosh, I'm really yellow. Anyway, I promise in the mirror that my skin, my face, and my neck match. Anyways, let's get on to the fun stuff. So, I'm going to take the Naked palette, and then with just a regular crease brush, I'm going to go into this Naked shade right here, and I'm going to start into my crease and just do windshield wiper motions, because that's going to make a really good transition shade for when we use some of our different colors. Okay, now taking the Lorac Pro Palette, which looks like this. It's got some beautiful shades in it. I'm going to take just a flat brush. This is from the Naked One palette, and it's just for eyeshadow to pack on the lid. I'm going to start in with the cream shadow, and I'm just going to put it all over the lid. Just like that. That's just going to give me a really good base and make the color really pigmented. Okay, and so taking that same brush, I'm going to go in with this garnet shade and pack that all over the lid. For just a really pretty pop of color. And this palette is extremely pigmented, so you want to just go a little at a time or you will get so much fallout because it's so pigmented, which is a good thing, but you don't want to have to redo your face makeup. So all I'm doing is just packing that on the lid like that. Okay.
The thing about I like this brush is the point or the tip of the brush is really fine, so you can get in that inner eye crease. And because I do have a little bit of a hooded eye, I'm going to take this Real Techniques shade, and instead of putting a darker shade in my actual crease, where when I open my eyes you can't really see it, all I'm going to do is put it just a little bit above that crease. So I'm going to go in with the shade Sable right there, and just do that. And all I'm going to do is just do it just a little bit above the crease, like I said. And just kind of pack it after that. And then I'll take my blending brush again and just start blending. Blend, blend, blend until you can't blend anymore.
Okay, so when I'm done blending that darker shade a little bit above my crease, I'm going to take the same shade in Sable, and I'm going to take this pencil brush. This is by, I don't know who this is by, I'll link it below, but all I'm going to do is do a little bit underneath my lower lash line, like that. And that's just going to add a little bit more dimension to my eye. So, going in like this. Okay, so now I'm going to take a smaller brush. Let's see. I'm just going to take this blending brush just because I have it. And I'm going to take the... I think I want to take this nude shade right here in the Lorac palette, and I'm just gonna just set in the inner corner just to brighten things up a bit. Okay. So it's a nice contrast. You've got darker over here, lighter, and it's really going to bring a lot of attention to the eye. So after that, I'm going to take my beloved They're Real Push-Up Liner by Benefit. And if you don't know how to use this, or you haven't seen it before, all you do is just crank it a couple of times, and it's just like a, you know, like a push-up, you know, just like kind of how you crank lip glosses. So it takes a minute, but I'm going to attempt to do this on camera. So all you do, it's really easy. You just lay it right there, and I'm not going to do a wing liner today. But it's that easy. So, looks like that. And now let me do the other side. So, kind of get it pushed up. And then eyeliner, a lot of people get confused and they mess up because they think it's supposed to be one smooth motion. But actually, it's step by step, just a little at a time. Okay, so instead of going straight into my mascara, I like to do my blush and then mascara and then lips. So I know it's a little different, but one of my favorite blushes that I've been loving recently, especially for fall, is the BareMinerals and Beauty. If it'll focus. Okay, I don't think it's going to focus, but I just love this, and I like to take this with just a like stippling type of brush, just the fiber for like the mineral makeup. I'm just gonna swirl it in there and on the apples of my cheeks and up. Okay. And then, so with that same brush, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to kind of bronze just a little bit under my cheekbones and over where my temples are. Just a little bit. Okay, so on to mascara. There's so many mascaras that I love, but one of my favorites that I'm loving right now is by YSL. It's the Babydoll Mascara. I love this stuff. Okay, so I'm not going to do fall lashes. I love false lashes. Ardell, it has some of the greatest false eyelashes. But today I'm just going to take just this. And this mascara is so lengthening. But yeah, I love this mascara. Okay, and do the bottom. You don't have to do lower mascara for your bottom lashes, but I have to because the not only foundation but the eyeshadow will grasp on and it just looks really weird. Okay, and the look is finished. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm new to the actual video thing, so your words and all your kindness is just really just lovely and nice to hear. I know over on my blog I get a lot of people asking for me to do this or that, and it's just really great that I have a lot of following. But thank y'all so much, and I'm going to try to start doing videos Tuesdays, Thursdays, and maybe one day on the weekend. Just let me know what else y'all want me to do. But thanks so much, guys. I look forward to y'all's comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye.